Canada's Army puts another weapon into the fight. This time it is their dollars going to work to beat the devil as the great campaign for the 5th Victory Loan gets underway. Not to be outdone by civilian efforts back home, the overseas troops open a whirlwind campaign of their own. By assigning a small amount of pay for 6 months, it is easy for everyone to acquire a bond. And to acquire a bond means two things: another socket Hitler and a nest egg for after the war. Because money put into victory bonds is not donated, it is lent. As Colonel Ralston says, buying victory bonds is good soldiering, good citizenship, and good business. It's back to school for a group of Royal Canadian Engineers now in England. They are men who learned their railroading in Canada, but who are now studying English and continental methods. Problems are worked out in the classroom by means of a complete miniature railway. Signal systems and traffic handling are studied at close quarters. Toy trains once again supply all the thrills they used to do on Christmas morning. But now there's an urgency behind the fun, as practice makes perfect and apt pupils master the fine points of British railroading. So much for theory. Now they have a chance at the real thing. Actual trains are operated by double bank crews. Each English member of it has his Canadian counterpart. At first, English equipment seems small and light to these men used to massive Canadian trains. But it's designed for different conditions, and they soon have a hearty respect for its efficiency. On lines which do not have automatic signal systems, tablets are passed. They are the driver's assurance that the next section of track is clear. Gradually, the Canadian Railway Operating Group gain the necessary confidence and skill to enable them to take over various lines serving British wartime needs. And someday soon, the call may be, all aboard for Berlin, Berchtesgaden, and points east. The Canadian hospital ship Lady Nelson, carrying wounded veterans of the Mediterranean campaigns, recently arrived at a British port. American ambulances were there to transport the casualties to the waiting hospital train. The wounded men included Canadian, British, and American troops from various theaters of war, men who had played an important part in driving the Hun out of Africa and Sicily. And now they were back from the wars with a well-earned blighty. Canadians didn't find any hoochie-coochie dancers in North Africa, but the local Benny Goodman sure could beat 'em out 8 to the bar. Rug cutting in the desert has a fascination all its own. Is everybody happy? Yowza! Among the many jobs the Provo Corps does in the field is traffic control. In captured territory, whole new sets of road signs may be needed, and they are quicker to read in English. As the Allied forces roll up Italy, there is more and more traffic to keep moving northward, rolling ahead smoothly and efficiently. Many a mountain who traveled the mountain trails of the Rockies is to be found in the Provo Corps along the hilly roads of Italy. How well the Canadians had fought from Ficino to Mount Etna in Sicily, none knew better than General Montgomery, so it was not without just pride that he held an investiture for them. To Major General Simmons, their commander, he presented the DSO. Brigadier H.D. Graham received the DSO. Brigadier C. Volks also received the DSO. Lieutenant Colonel Walsh, the DSO. Major Southern, DSO. Lieutenant P.F. Potvin won the Military Cross. The Distinguished Service Order went to Major G.A. Welch. Sergeant W.J. Brooks, RCE, the Military Medal. Major H.P. Bell Irving, the DSO. Lance Sergeant R. Beauregard, the MM. Another DSO went to Lieutenant Colonel J.C. Jefferson. Corporal D. Meade won the Military Medal. Major R.C. Coleman, the Military Cross. Corporal Robert Middleton, the Military Medal. Captain H.D.P. Tye, the Military Cross. Lance Corporal G.E. Patinaw, Military Medal. Captain N.R. Waugh, the Military Cross. Corporal H.E. Brandt, Military Medal. Captain M. Trudeau, Military Cross. Sergeant Major H.P. Charters, the Military Medal. Sergeant R.R. McPhee of the Engineers, the Military Medal. Lieutenant Rex Carey won the Military Cross. And Lieutenant M.W. Dixon won the Military Cross. Private I.J. Gunter, the Military Medal. Lieutenant G.C. Evans, the Royal Canadian Artillery, the Military Cross. Sergeant John Tow, the Royal Canadian Artillery, Military Medal. To Lieutenant Herron of the Engineers, Military Cross. Private Wilfred Riley, Military Medal, and Lieutenant E.S.C. Murdoch, RCA, the Military Cross. The third week of September saw Canadian tanks rumbling northwards to help relieve the hard-pressed Fifth Army at Salerno. The immediate objective was Potenza. Roadblocks and demolitions blocked their way, but the sappers made them serviceable in record time. Near Potenza, there were many signs of the Germans' retreat. At the town itself, scattered remnants of the paratroops of the Hermann Goering Division put up a stiff resistance. But the accurate fire of Sherman tank guns forced them out of their sniping positions. As our armies hammered at Nazi resistance, Field Marshal Badoglio, head of defeated Italy, tried to explain his country's new position. With Lieutenant General Mason McFarland and Brigadier General Taylor of the United States, he gave an interview to leading war correspondents. Marshal Badoglio emphasized that his government would aid the United Nations in their assault on the Nazi stronghold.